Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel. We are coming off the Superstar Shakeup edition of Smackdown Live. Interesting show tonight. A lot of moves that I expected to happen, but there were a few surprises. So let's go ahead and break down this show. First of all, thank you to everyone watching live, and also thank you to everyone watching on demand. I appreciate the support. If you are watching live, please spread the word on social media. Let's start off with AJ Styles, who kicked off SmackDown Live. He cut a promo. He was interrupted by Rusev Day and Aiden English. This led to a very brief AJ Styles versus Rusev match. AJ had the match won. Way to build up Rusev, by the way, for the casket match against The Undertaker. Have it on SmackDown where he's about to tap out within 10 seconds and then Aiden English makes the save. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal was with that. Why couldn't it be Aiden English in that spot and not Rusev? I don't know. Sean Mullen says, love your shirt. Yes, it is Roddy Piper's birthday, so I figured I would wear Roddy Piper's t-shirt on his birthday. Tony H is here. How's it going, Tony H? Thank you all for tuning in live for NoDQ Live. It is live after all. So backstage after the attack, we had Paige announced in Teddy Long fashion with a direct reference to Teddy Long that it would be a tag team match. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan against Rusev and Aiden English. Willie Bonka just left a $10 super chat donation. Styles, Bryan, Nakamura, Hardy, Joe, Sanity, Almas. What? And he just gave away my video now. So now there's no point in watching the rest of this because he just listed off all the people on SmackDown Live now. Thanks for doing my job for me, Willa. But seriously, though, thank you for the super chat donation. Michael Gonzalez, happy birthday. It's his birthday, too. So you shared the same birthday as Roddy Piper. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about Shelton Benjamin, who came out by himself. No Chad Gable. Chad Gable is over on Monday Night Raw. We'll see if American Alpha reunites over on Raw. Jeff Hardy came out. So yes, Jeff Hardy is now officially part of SmackDown Live, which I actually expected. William Losh says it's also my birthday too. Crazy how things work out. R.I.P. Hot Rod. Happy birthday, William Losh. Randy Orton initially came out for the some competition. By the way, what did you guys think about Shelton's promo? I thought it was a little rough, but what did you guys think? Dakota sent in a $2 super chat donation. I wish Shelton came out to his old theme. I agree. I'm not a fan of this EO, whatever crap it is. I miss the ain't no stopping me now. He needs to bring that back, but as previously noted, WWE is trying to shift away from the Jim Johnston compositions in WWE, and that's why we're seeing more and more of the old songs be replaced. I believe Jeff Hardy's theme, by the way, is a stock theme song. I'm not really sure the origins of the Hardy Boys theme song because it's been used in various commercials and TV shows over the years. Maybe if somebody out there knows the answer to that, I'm really curious. To this day, I'm still not sure about that theme song. Chris Mace with a $20 super chat donation. SmackDown is the land of TNA and ROH stars. I think Raw got the better of the shakeup. Interesting. Well, Chris Mace, of course, last night. So, Chris, you were awesome. I'm not sure how many people will agree with you, though, in the chat room about that. But I will give my own personal thoughts on which brand I thought did better at the end. Snipe Rider says Jeff Hardy needs his old theme song back. Tony H says, yeah, I think it's a song that's used for other places so they don't have to worry about things. Dakota says, yeah, it's not a Jim Johnston song. So there you go. Alex Magic 14 left a $1 super chat donation. No comment. Jeff Hardy came out to his own music. Some people would prefer the No More Words song, whatever it's called, that he was using in 2008, 2009. I actually did like that song a lot, and I thought that that was a really good song. Comment here from Bush's Metal. Chris is putting your kids through college. Well, if I had kids, he would definitely be helping a lot, but I can always use that money for a rainy day. Either way, thank you very much to everybody for leaving your super chat donations. Is the song called No More Words Jeff Hardy's old song from 2008, 2009? I think it is. I'm not the big trivia expert when it comes to theme songs. I just like to use them as trivia questions to stump Greg Cherry and just get on his nerves in general. Ken Terminated by Google says, No More Words is a better song for Jeff Hardy. I would agree on that. I do like the classic Hardy Boys song, though, but it does have that nostalgic vibe to it, and I think No More Words makes Jeff Hardy a little bit more contemporary for today. Just my take on it, even though that song now is over 10 years old. Maybe he could have a new theme song. Who knows? Just something to bring him into 2018. What do you guys think? Do you think Jeff Hardy should have No More Words? Do you think he's fine with the current old school Hardy's theme song? Or do you think he should have an entirely new theme song? Mr. Mustang, did you leave a super chat donation? Because you're saying I missed your question. Or was that somebody else? No, that was Ken Terminated by Google. Sorry, Mr. Mustang. Ken Terminated by Google. If I missed your question, it's because it wasn't a super chat. And those are the ones that I can see because of the colors here. I will get to that later. Ask me that question later because Photogenesis or whatever his name is, he's going to give me the thumbs down for going off course too much in this video. And Mr. Mustang asked me that question later. Let's go one segment at a time here. We're talking about Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin. Good match. Not great or anything, but fine. Jeff Hardy did retain. I don't think it was a title match, but either way, Jeff Hardy defeated Shelton Benjamin. Alex Pershin just left a $10 super chat donation. Don't forget the original $100 donator, which is Chris Mace. I mentioned him earlier. I did not forget him. Just kidding. Ooh, we just said just kidding. Okay, that is the savage comment of the night so far. Now he says, who does Randy Orton face at Backlash? Is it Hardy or still Jinder? I assume it's going to be Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. I don't think Mahal's winning back the title. He's getting the rematch, the automatic rematch, because I guess Jinder Mahal goes to Raw. So therefore he gets an automatic rematch. I don't know. But I suspect Jeff Hardy will retain at Greatest Royal Rumble, and then it will be Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. And I think there was certainly a tease there with Randy Orton coming out at first, and then Jeff Hardy stealing his spotlight. TJS, NoDQ mod and contributor, with a $5 super chat donation. The Big Cass and Daniel Bryan backstage segment had Vince harder than the shoot forearms that Brock Lesnar gave Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 34. I just screwed that one up. He said 34. My bad. That's a pretty intense comment right there. Is that the savage comment of the night? You guys let me know. We got a couple good ones tonight. I'm feeling neck and neck about these comments. Couple good ones. I might need you guys to help me out here determining the savage line of the night. Jermaine says, don't hinder the Jinder. I think the Jinder's getting hindered. I think that is a given at this point. Ken Terminated by Google. Here we go. So now he's forcing me to go off course here. So Photogenesis or whatever your username is, don't get mad at me. Get mad at Ken Terminated by Google. $5. Thanks for responding to my no words comment. No more words comment. My question was, did you think of Enzo when you saw Cass's face? How could you not? Ooh, that's a harsh comment. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Bryan's face lines right up with Big Cass's boobs. So, yeah, I figured immediately it was Big Cass for sure. A lot of people are really down on Cass. I'm seeing all these negative comments about him. I guess we could jump ahead here and talk about Big Cass. I figured this was a given, considering he wasn't at Raw and he's ready to return. I figured, okay, Cass is going to be on SmackDown. Get him away from Enzo. Apparently, he has new theme music. I don't remember his old theme song, so I don't know if it was a change for sure, but it sounded a little different. It sounded a little better, which makes me think it is a different theme song. Still, a lot of people don't think it's a very good song. I'm seeing a lot of negative comments here in the chat room. Was it the last song he used? See, I'm not sure. I don't remember the old theme song at all. I really don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't know. I'm seeing different comments in here, so I'm not sure if people know. Colin Andrew says it's a new song. TJS says it's the same. What is it, guys? Half of you are saying it's a new song. Half of you are saying it's the same song. I'm confused. Either way, people aren't thrilled with the song that was used tonight. Chris Mace with $5. I gave $100 to support the show and make sure Virtue no longer gone. There can be 2 $100 men on NoDQ.com. There you go. So Chris Mace is a Virtue guy. How about that? Duran Harris with a $2 super chat donation. Joe wins IC title and Jinder wins the US title. I guess actually that could happen. I would not rule that out. That's a very good point you bring up. I mean, that is a possibility. Joe could win the US title match and Jinder could win. Did I just screw that up? Joe wins the IC title match. Jinder wins the US title match. Still, I would be surprised if that happens, but could happen. I certainly would not rule it out. TGS says, I'm tired of the US title getting thrown around. Kayfabe Candy asks, our music expert. Let's get his expert opinion. He says, Big Cass's theme song sounds like generic DVD menu music. So there you go. And I value what Kayfabe Candy Ass says. He plays some great songs on his Twitter account. He's a talented musician. I will weigh his opinion heavier than most. So Kayfabe Candy Ass says it's DVD menu music. I tend to agree with him. I agree with him most of the time when it comes to music. Willie Bonka with another $2. SmackDown is the new A show. Is it the new A show? You have to wait and get my opinion on it. Murray says I'm being salty. I'm not sure how I'm being salty. I actually thought SmackDown was a really good show tonight, and I praised Raw. So at least this week I haven't been salty, so I'm not sure where the salty comment is coming from. Where's the Big Show? I thought he got a new contract, says Mr. Mustang 23. Big Show is on Raw, I believe, but he's only going to be used every now and then as a special attraction or when a storyline warrants him returning. I don't think he's going to be a regular anymore, if that's what you're asking. Virtue's trying to say what my opinion is on the Superstar Shakeup. I got to have a hook for later. So which brand did I think won? You guys are going to have to wait for my opinion on that. B-Boy says, Ronda Rousey looks different on your t-shirt. Oh, wow. Okay, that might be the savage comment of the night. I wouldn't say it was one of the best SmackDowns ever. I mean, it was an entertaining show. I think both shows were very, very entertaining. It's the follow-up and the writing over the next several weeks and months that will determine where these two shows go. This is just 1 week. So it's not really fair to compare this week's Raw and SmackDown to Raw and SmackDown in the summer, for instance. ZRJro with a $2 Super Chat donation. What will happen to the Cruiserweight title when Raw goes on Fox? If Raw goes on Fox, that's not confirmed yet. That is a possibility, though, with WWE negotiating for their TV deal. Who knows if there'll even be a Cruiserweight division by the time WWE's TV deal gets renewed, and maybe if WWE goes to another channel or whatever. All right, so let's move on here. More of the Superstar Shakeup moves. Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose on SmackDown. Boring. I think they would have been better on Raw. My idea was cool. Form the super group to feud with Ronda Rousey. They're going to get lost in the shuffle. I mean, if WWE's doing a tag team division with the women, I suppose it's okay. And I guess it does make sense in the storyline if Paige brings along her friends over to SmackDown. But Paige is a face now. So I'm not really sure what to make of the whole thing. I don't feel like they're going to have any upward mobility on SmackDown. Although, if they were on Raw, they'd be punching bags for Ronda Rousey anyways. So it's just a matter of how you look at it, I guess. And then the big shock, perhaps the biggest shock of the Superstar Shakeup. So by the way, no Finn Balor. Balor did not move over to SmackDown, even though when I did the poll on NoDQ.com, the majority of you overwhelmingly thought Balor was the best choice to go to SmackDown. No Finn Balor on SmackDown. Chris Mace with $2. Is John Cena still a free agent? I believe so. I believe John Cena will just show up whenever he feels like it at this point. Sam Atwood with a $1 Super Chat donation. Thank you for that. Mohammed says this channel sucks. Ouch. That is the savage comment of the night. Guys, I might have to quit the video now. Some guy just said this channel sucks. I'm totally devastated here. I'm done. Nah, I'm fine. All right, so Samoa Joe is on SmackDown Live. That was the big swerve of the night. Samoa Joe is perhaps the biggest name, I think, to move to SmackDown Live, at least the biggest current star. You could argue Jeff Hardy is a big move to SmackDown Live, and The Miz as well. But Samoa Joe, this is what makes it really interesting. Joe was scheduled to face Roman Reigns at live events several months in advance. I think he was booked for the upcoming Madison Square Garden show. I think it's in June. So this was originally supposed to be a lengthy feud between Joe and Reigns. I think this is good for Joe because I think in the end he would have been the fall guy for Roman Reigns. Now he gets to work with guys like AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Joe can be perhaps the top heel next to Nakamura on SmackDown. Tommy just sent a $2 Super Chat donation. No Riff Darrington on Raw or SmackDown Live. This draft sucks. Where is Riff Darrington, by the way? He did leave me a Super Chat donation, so apparently he's not dead, but I haven't heard from him in a couple weeks. Maybe if Riff Darrington sends in some more Super Chat donations, we can get his comeback promoted more. Time will tell on that. Samoa Joe being on SmackDown, huge for SmackDown. Big win for SmackDown. Joe cut another great promo. What's funny is when he was cutting his promo, he talked about winning the Intercontinental title. And for a minute, I thought, oh no, did he botch? Did he say Intercontinental title instead of Universal title? But then I forgot, oh wait, he's facing The Miz and Finn Balor and Seth Rollins in the ladder match for the title at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Joe brought up how he could end up being on SmackDown Live with both the IC and the Universal title if Reigns somehow gets by Lesnar, which I think he will. I think it will happen. So yeah, great promo by Samoa Joe. Big score for SmackDown Live. With Jeff Hardy, The Miz, and Samoa Joe, I mean, these are great moves to SmackDown Live. for this 2-hour show. And then to top it off, we have The Bar heading over to SmackDown Live. So it feels like the hottest acts in the company, with the exception of Braun Strowman, are now on SmackDown Live. The Usos are still on SmackDown Live, in my opinion, the hottest tag team on SmackDown Live. You can do The Bar versus the Usos. That should be a very entertaining feud. Sam Atwood with a $2 Super Chat donation. Rusev Day on Friday, even though it's RVD Day. Well, even on RVD Day, it's still Rusev Day. I'm sure RVD will be celebrating Rusev Day as only RVD can. If you catch my drift. If you catch Riff's drift. And here's the thing, though, about, to steal a line from Jeff Meacham, here's the thing. Here's the little catch with all this. With all these great picks that SmackDown has gotten, will it matter in the end? SmackDown's booking still sucks. Lord Darkhelmet brings up a great point. More people for Road Dogg to screw up. So time will tell. All these guys on SmackDown, as great as it is on the surface, doesn't guarantee that SmackDown Live is going to return to its 2016 glory. I hope it does. I hope this is the beginning of a resurgence in SmackDown, kind of spoiling my take on the whole Superstar Shakeup. I will give more thoughts on that in a few minutes here. Let's go ahead and recap the rest of the Superstar Shakeup. I did mention Big Cass. Sanity is debuting on SmackDown Live. There was a video promo for that, but no Nikki Cross, which I think is confusing a lot of people. Why would they not call up Nikki Cross to SmackDown Live? She was not on the graphic, so I'm assuming she's not appearing. I don't know why at this point, guys, but stay tuned to NoDQ.com. I'm sure we'll have some sort of update on that as to why she wasn't called up with the rest of them. Maybe she will. Maybe it was a mistake, but I feel like a graphic. Alex Pershing with $2. Jinder versus Roman now that Joe moved shows. Book it. Ha! Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns. Oh, man. What a bathroom break feud that'll be. And I'm pretty sure we'll get it, too. Jinder Mahal will probably... Well... maybe not. Maybe Jinder Mahal will feud with... It's going to be hard for Jinder Mahal because there's so many other... Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. Jinder Mahal is going to be lucky, I think, if he can feud with Seth Rollins for the IC title. Keep in mind, Finn Balor's still there. I'm guessing Balor and Rollins are probably going to feud for the title. Where's Mahal going to go? He feels like he's... lost in the shuffle completely now that he's on Raw. Yeah, I don't like Mahal's chances on Raw. I really don't. Ben Jones says, hopefully they have big plans for Nikki Cross, and that's why they might not bring her up. Maybe they're going to make her the women's champion. Who knows? And like I said last night, if all else fails, 3MB can always reunite because they're all in the same brand now. So moving on here, we had Charlotte do her championship celebration, and she cut this promo bragging about her win. What did you guys think about that? Did you like it? Did you think that maybe her acting was bad, or do you think that she delivered her lines well? I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Like, I thought on one hand she's being a good heel, getting people to hate her. At the other end of the spectrum, I felt like it was maybe a bit too over the top. Some people were saying it was cringy, too long, too much leopard print, says Kevin. But anyways, Charlotte came out, interrupted the celebration, and then we had Billie Kay and Peyton Royce come out, the Iconics, and this led to Billie Kay versus Charlotte in a one-on-one match, which Charlotte did win. She picked up the victory. And then there was a 3-on-1 attack, actually 3-on-2 attack. Becky Lynch was out there at ringside. It was a 3-on-2 attack. And then we had Asuka appear, which I did expect since she was not on Raw at all since WrestleMania. I figured Asuka would go on SmackDown. That was one of my predictions from last night. Asuka can feud with Carmella and maybe have another match with Charlotte, a rematch for the championship down the line. This guy says, why doesn't Shelton Benjamin get a push after all these years? He's there to be a veteran. He's there to work with the younger talent and elevate them. I don't think WWE is going to give him a renewed push. I think he's mostly there to help out with the younger talent. I think that's why he was brought back. The Zombie Mage says Shelton Benjamin has less charisma than Moppy. Ouch! Hey, Moppy had a little bit of charisma. Come on now. That's like saying Moppy had almost no charisma. Give me a break. TGS says, does this make Gable a huge babyface again? I don't know. I think Gable's going to get lost in the shuffle unless he reunites with Jay Orton. Other than that, what else does Chad Gable do? He's going to just be a body there on Monday Night Raw. He was barely doing anything on SmackDown. So we also had Anderson and Gallows heading over to SmackDown Live, which I like because, let's face it, they were going nowhere on Monday Night Raw. They're reunited with AJ Styles. So there you go. The club, the AJ Styles version of it, is reunited on SmackDown Live. I think this is good for Anderson and Gallows. Gives them a reboot. I do like it. Moving on here, I did mention the bar. The bar is huge for SmackDown Live. Definitely a big score. R-Truth, not such a big score. There was a backstage segment with the New Day, and R-Truth came in and said something about being happy to be on Raw. It was lame. You know, the usual comedy where R-Truth screws up. Yeah. I really did not miss it. Didn't miss R-Truth. I feel like his run has come and gone. And they did a little segment with Ty Dillinger. I thought it was lame. Yes, Ty Dillinger and R-Truth in the opening match tag team gimmick. I think that's what their future is. Nelson with a $2 Super Chat donation. Thoughts on Jericho being switched back to Rusev at the Greatest Royal Rumble? I did talk about this last night, but since you did the Super Chat, I will repeat it. I actually did prefer Jericho and Undertaker, legend versus legend. So Rusev and Undertaker, to me it's just a match. I really don't care about it at this point, which is sad, but it is what it is. Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega are also on SmackDown Live. So, as I figured, Andrade, since he wasn't booked at the NXT tapings, that seemed to be the indication he was going to the main roster. And sure enough, he's heading to the main roster. Zelina Vega is as well. And that should be fun. Maybe WWE can build up the next big Hispanic superstar in the company. And then we had the main event of the show, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan against Rusev and Aiden English. By the way, Aiden English and Cesaro on the same roster now. I dig it. Now we just got to get them in a segment together. Main event was fine. It ended, though, with another DQ. First, it was Nakamura giving AJ Styles another low blow. Poor AJ. That guy really needs to invest in a cup as far as I'm concerned. And then we had Big Cass hit the big boot to Daniel Bryan and lay him out. And the announcers did refer to him as Big Cass, not Colin Cassidy. So time will tell if he's changing the name or if WWE is going to keep calling him Big Cass. Mike D with a $2 Super Chat donation. So I guess Matt and Bray are winning the titles now. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think I talked about this last night with the Bar's losing streak. I figured, okay, maybe the Bar goes to SmackDown and they'll lose the match. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy win the tag titles. Yeah, I think that's going to happen, and the Bar will just have a reboot on SmackDown Live. That's how I see it at this point. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are hot right now, so I think you go with them as the tag team champions and just start the Bar off new after that on SmackDown Live. Give them a renewed push. Got a $5 super chat donation by Mike B. Aaron, you are awesome. Keep up the great work. This channel does not suck. Well, thank you for that, Mike B. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. You are awesome. So what do you guys think about the Superstar Shakeup overall? It's time to give my opinion, and I think Interstate Kyle put it best. SmackDown won with the first draft pick. As soon as Jinder Mahal went to Raw, it was clear that SmackDown was going to actually not get gutted like they usually do. It feels like most years Raw gets the best talent and SmackDown is pretty much just gutted, like I said. But this year, it was a fair trade-off, and maybe even more than a fair trade-off. I think SmackDown got the best talent. The Miz, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, Asuka, The Bar. That's really solid. Raw got Jinder Mahal. I mean, Raw did get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's good for Raw. That is definitely good for Raw. Dolph Ziggler, yeah. Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode hasn't really been doing all that great on SmackDown Live. Maybe he can have a resurgence on Raw if he turns heel. But other than that, I mean, I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and maybe Natalya were the best picks. Other than that, it was fairly disappointing. Drew McIntyre, we'll see how things go with Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, I definitely feel SmackDown got the victory here when it comes to the Superstar Shakeup. I'm going to do a poll on NoDQ.com, so stay tuned. It should be up on the site in a little bit. I'm really curious to know what everybody thinks. Not just everybody in the chat room and everybody watching this, but everybody across the NoDQ galaxy. So stay tuned for that. Vote in the poll, and please spread the word. Tell a friend about NoDQ.com and spread the word about this channel if you think it does not suck. I'm still like so devastated over that guy. I might just have to end it all. Braden says, which Bobby is better, Lashley or Roode? Great question. I think Bobby Roode, as far as being a technical wrestler goes, has an edge, but I think as far as an overall character goes, I think it goes to Lashley. But both guys need to have some momentum. Lashley, time will tell. He's starting to build momentum with his comeback, but I don't know how long that's going to last. It feels like Roode's momentum has really cooled off. But if he turns heel, I think there's a chance for Bobby Roode to really excel. But yeah, I will talk more about this on NoDQ video. Make sure you guys follow me at Twitter, twitter.com/AaronRift. Send me questions for NoDQ video using the hashtag NoDQTurns20. And if you're going to be in Chicago for Money in the Bank or Los Angeles for Survivor Series, RSVP to one of our meetups. I have direct links in the description boxes. NoDQ 20-year anniversary meetups. I'm hoping to see a lot of you there. I know several people like Stephen Osborne are going to be in Chicago for the meetup. Virtue is going to be there. Los Angeles, I'm hopeful that good old JM will be there. Jeff Meacham, Interstate Kyle, maybe Certified Cindy will be there. I'm hoping a lot of you guys will show up for those meetups. 20-year anniversary, always a great time, so check it out. Ken Terminated by Google says, I missed your answer to my super chat question. Unfortunately, I don't remember what the super chat question was, so go ahead and repeat it. You might have to replay the video. I definitely answered it, though. I know I did. Chris Butler says, I've had too many nuggets. It's showing. Is he talking to me or Meacham McNuggets? I'm not sure what's going on in here. I did have chicken McNuggets earlier. I was a bad boy. Those chicken McNuggets are so good, though, even though they look like crap, and I've seen those videos. Kind of turns you off to the idea of eating them, but I still like them, so I'm weird. TGS wants to know what type of sauce. Just honey mustard. I'm boring. Why does everyone care about the sauce, you weirdos? By the way, in about 20 minutes, head over to Virtue's Facebook page. I'm not sure the exact URL of it, but if you go on twitter.com/NoDQ_Virtue, he'll have a link on there. Him and Big G are going to be doing their own video discussing the NoDQ.com predictions for Greatest Royal Rumble, I'm sure. The Superstar Shakeup review, all that good stuff. And we will do a full-fledged predictions video coming up in a few days on NoDQ.com. So stay tuned for that. Maybe Friday or Saturday, a full panel predictions video for the Greatest Royal Rumble of all time, according to WWE. And also, NoDQ review coming back this week. Wrestling Trivia Challenge coming up. And that's all I got. Thank you guys for tuning in to NoDQ Live. I will wrap this thing up now. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're watching for the first time. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. YouTube.com/AaronRift NoDQ. And turn on your notifications. Offman rules, you son of a bitch. $5, 5 more minutes. No good night yet, Jeremiah. I'm here for 5 more minutes. So now I need some topics. Open discussion. Give me some topics here for the next 5 minutes. Something to talk about. Who has the biggest pecker on the roster? I don't know. Batista, maybe? Who knows? Well, he's not on the roster right now, but maybe of all time. This guy with a $2 Super Chat donation. Which title would you give Benjamin? There's not that many titles to choose from. He's not going to get the WWE title. He could get the U.S. title, but been there, done that. He's been the U.S. champion. Caleb Jacobs. I forgot to talk about Harper versus Jey Uso. Thank you for that. I missed something on SmackDown Live, so thank you for that. It was just a squash match. Harper won, which I guess makes sense. You wanna portray the Usos as the underdogs as much as possible. I do like it. And afterwards, the Bludgeon Brothers were trying to beat them up with the rubber mallets, but then Naomi, of all people, came to the aid of her husband and her brother-in-law. John Rabb with a $2 Super Chat donation. No comment, though. Feel free to leave me a comment. Jordan Smith says, what's the deal with the trophy for the winner of the Greatest Royal Rumble? I agree, that is lame. If that's the only prize, that is going to be a huge disappointment. This is the Greatest Royal Rumble, damn it. Why not have the world title up for grabs in a match where the winner gets the next title opportunity, maybe at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, anything. Just a stupid trophy? Yeah, I think that's lame. Macaroni Tony says, bring back CAW videos. I know you don't like 2K18 though. You know what I would like? I would love to see a modern day version of No Mercy. You know, Nintendo has done it so well with Super Mario. You had Super Mario Maker taking the old games and making them new again. Why not just make a new modern version of No Mercy with updated graphics but the same gameplay? That would be awesome. I would love it. A new version of No Mercy. That would be cool. Nelson Moreno with a $2 Super Chat donation. Are you disappointed with Becky Lynch staying on SmackDown Live? Yeah, I feel like she needed the move. She definitely, I think, could have benefited from a change of scenery. I feel like she's just going to be Charlotte's second-hand girl at this point with no real upward mobility. Even though she gets these huge reactions from the fans, she doesn't seem to get the really big push. She initially got the push in 2016, won the SmackDown Women's title, but as of late, she's just been Charlotte's second. So yeah, I think she should have gone to Raw. I agree on that one. $2 super chat donation. Who should HBO do a documentary on next? I'd love to see Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper, Randy Savage would be a great choice. You know, the guys that have really been pop culture icons. Piper would be a great choice. Savage would be a great choice. Those would be my top two. This guy with a $2 super chat donation. Why now playing up Naomi's relationship with Jay? That I don't know. Maybe it was just done to elevate the Bludgeon Brothers and add more drama to the storyline. You know, it's so serious. Jay's going to get hit with that rubber mallet that Naomi has to come out there and come to the aid of her husband and her brother-in-law. By the way, guys, subscribe to Jeff Meacham's channel over at, I think it's JD Meacham, but I'm not sure exactly. Follow him at Twitter, _Jeff Meacham, and check out his Talk Wrestling videos. He's going to be doing Talk Wrestling videos on his channel. So look out for that. JD Meacham, that is the channel. So check it out, subscribe, tell him Aaron sent you. I'm sure he would like that. John says, what do you think of the Roman Reigns storyline so far? Storyline with Joe or storyline with Lesnar? I need some clarification on that. I'm not really sure which storyline you're referring to. So get back to me on that one, John. Either, says Caleb Jacobs. Well, the Roman Joe feud has definitely started off hot, but I feel like it's going to cool off very quickly. Apparently I missed a super chat question. Oh, I did miss one from John. When do you face Tyson Sport in a match? I have no idea who that is. That might make me sound very unhip and out of touch, but I have no idea who Tyson Sport is. Somebody will have to inform me, enlighten me about Tyson Sport. Danny doesn't think Samoa Joe is going to win the Universal title. I don't either. Tino says a boxer. Well, there you go. I don't know who that is. Don't care. Have no interest in boxing. Bradley says, when will Ambrose return? Well, his injury, the estimated time for return was 6 to 9 months. And when was he injured? Late December, I believe. So my feeling is if he's lucky, he'll be for the SummerSlam pay-per-view around that time. Sometime in the summer, I think is the optimistic return date. But it could be as late as October. Hopefully that's not the case, but I think it's a bad sign that he was pulled from Access. Are you watching Infinity War? Believe it or not, I have no interest in that movie. I know that's going to shock a lot of people, but not a big comic book movie person. I like a couple of them here and there. I like the old Batman movies from the early 90s. I like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I like the old Superman movies, but yeah, Iron Man's okay, but I'm not hardcore into those movies. Anyways, guys, the 5 minutes are up, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I will be back with NoDQ Live next week. 2 videos plus a 3rd video. I will be doing a live NoDQ review for the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. So check that out. Follow Kayfabe Candy Ass at Planet Kayfabe on Twitter. He posts some cool music videos of himself playing some different songs. Check him out. He's also on Instagram. And that's all I got, guys. Maybe I'll shave the stash. Time will tell. Although that comment just got deleted. So maybe I won't. Anyways, guys, take it easy. Talk to you soon. I'll see you guys next time.